Yeah, this is Houston Zydeco Live Podcast, the one and only Zydeco Podcast in the building. And I got a special today for you, the Southwestern Riders. They wanted to hear that step burrito, so I had to put it on.
Thank you.
Say, we got a big one for you because we talking about this big ride. We talking about everything that go with it.
Okay.
You know, Miss Cook, my favorite lady right here. Miss Rosetta right here. She gave me the phone at the ride. She was like, "Do your thing, baby. Do your thing." I don't like my phone messing up. Y'all tell them, let's tell them what they got to expect with this big ride.
Well, no, it's the week of February 15th through February 23rd is when we actually go downtown with the parade. We'll be headed out north, east, west, south. Yeah, all different. Matter of fact, we actually have 4 black trails, and we're the Southwestern Trail Riders of Houston, where Rosetta is our trail boss, and I'm Liz Cook, the assistant trail boss. We have Southwest, which is Alex Prince is their trail boss. We have Anthony Bruno with Northeastern, and he's the trail boss of Northeastern. We have Prairie View, which is Murdy's Dyke, Virginia. Now that was not in the order. It's Prairie View, Southwestern, Northeastern, and Southwest. That's the order that we started.
That's the order. Make sure you get it straight. That's the order.
Yeah.
That's the order then.
Okay. Yeah, I started with Southwestern. That's because that's who we are. But I'm sure you remember last year we looked good going down Memorial Drive and downtown, where it was actually Prairie View's anniversary, and we all 4 trails rode together and we wore white shirts, and it was a beautiful. Oh,
thing.
It was.
I remember looking on the news, seeing when they
right. Oh, it was beautiful. It was, yeah.
History. With this trail boss, though, tell me about the trail.
She runs things.
Oh man, no, she was like, get over here. Tell me something. Yeah. Tell us. See, yeah, that's what
I've been riding since 1980. First went on a ride in 1981. I rode in a wagon. It ain't nothing like I said, I gotta give me a horse next year. Yeah. And ever since then, I've been doing horses with. I like to ride. Once you start riding, it sticks to you. I'm just gonna tell you that it sticks to you.
And she rides every day on that week-long ride. I don't start till Friday going to the but somebody got to stay at the campsite.
Somebody got to do that.
Rosalind got a message for you on here. Rosalind Hayes say, hey, Liz Cook from Twin City Riders.
Oh, hey, Rosalind. That's my family, Twin City. They out of Richmond, Rosenberry.
That's our Santa Claus, Patrick Scroggins.
Okay.
That's Santa, yeah.
Santa. When I see you, I'm going to say Santa. Why you ain't bring my stuff this Christmas, Santa Claus? I was looking for my stuff, man. You ain't bring my stuff. Angie, how you doing? We see she already.
Angie
already. We going to say already when we see you. Big shout out. Tell me this. By you two, y'all are, I want to say I love this because y'all are 2 black women in power. You understand what I'm saying? And then y'all are part of one of the biggest associations in Texas.
Yes.
And it's a lot to go with being a trail boss.
A whole lot.
Yeah. What can you tell the younger generation of trail bosses?
Well,
give them some key points. You know, some things like
first thing, stay prayed up.
Definitely.
Stay prayed up. Mm-hmm. And just let God lead you, when you're going things. But once you start riding and you understand how it goes, you just keep it going and you try to encourage other people like the younger generations to get involved in it and, just become a part of it. And it's a good thing for family members, young, old, babies. You don't have to worry about babysitters. Everybody come out. Everybody have a good time. You got your kids right there. And once you start coming out everybody within the association, they get to know your kids and you get to know theirs. And it's like family.
Right.
And they see your kid doing something, they gonna say, okay, I'm gonna tell your mama, I'm gonna tell your grandmama. And that kind of keeps them in line.
You know what I
and,
told y'all, you see mine at
okay,
right.
That's what that's what
yeah.
you have to do. You have to, just to keep the kids together. But then we do a lot of things. We go to church, and just thinking about church, we always do this here. This is gonna be nice, and as many of y'all can, you really need to join us the Sunday before we go on the trail ride. We're gonna be,
Which church is it?
We're gonna go to in Fresno. We're in the country.
Okay.
So what we do, we're gonna start at Cooper's Place, 636 Terminal Fresno Road. Everybody know what Cooper's Place is.
Beltway regulators.
Beltway regulators. We're gonna start there. We're gonna leave about 10 o'clock. Now everybody got to get up early, get there, get your horses saddled. We wear our jeans and stuff. We ride from Cooper's Place to the church, which is right there on Post Oak Road. We go in, we have church, introduce our stuff to the people in the church and stuff, and everybody be so excited to see it. Be people from other churches coming because they see our horses there from us doing it before, and they just, when we put the marquee, they come out to see us. This year we're going to be in every year in February. We go to Fresno Mount Corinth. It's right there on the corner of Terminal Fresno and Post Oak Road. We're leaving at 10 o'clock to get to the church, give you time to get there, get your horse secured. Then we're going to go in and have church. We're going to eat. We got ribs, barbecue, brisket.
Now this is a free meal.
Now. Free meal.
Free meal.
Yeah.
No charge to ride because we going to church. There's no charge to go to church.
The only thing that she asks you is when she send that tray out, please go ahead and put your money in the tray. She's gonna send it outside to you, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that tithes and offering. Everybody
That's right.
get tithes and offering. I may know you might pay your tithes to your church,
Yeah.
but the offering goes anywhere you go.
That's right.
At the end of the day, you be building the church and the families.
Exactly,
Right.
and you need to be. We need to go to church. We need to start there because long time ago, everybody know you always went to church.
Right.
So it was like instilled in us, and we still do it.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to go to church so much. My daddy was a preacher.
Oh, I know you were there for
Look.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Man, I was there Monday. Look, do a Monday boy meeting, Tuesday choir rehearsal,
Okay.
Wednesday Bible study, Thursday CYO. I'm not looking at my grandma one night. I was like, Grandma, golly, if it's this hard serving the Lord, just let me go to hell. Man. I'm just trying every day.
She didn't want you to go there.
When I was growing up back home, my mom, like on a Sunday, if you didn't go to church, you couldn't do nothing else.
Okay.
You were just locked at home.
Of course.
So, we gonna get up, go to Sunday school, we go on the regular, 11
Regular
o'clock service, evening service, so we could actually do something on Sunday. Because if you didn't, you couldn't do anything.
You couldn't do anything.
I remember I was young. I used to go out to the club and get drunk and stuff when I got older. And I might come home. My dad would be like, I think I'm gonna go sleep all day. He's getting up to go to church. He'll pull the cover. You can go out there and play with
There you go.
Okay. You have to get up and get out.
That's right. Yeah. That's
You
right.
party with the devil all night. Now you need to go spend your time with Jesus.
Yeah.
You can't give Jesus 4 hours of your time.
Okay, what is that?
Come on, God. I'm sorry. I mean, Dad, I'm sorry. Miss Cook. Now we've been talking because she got we've been talking about her artists. We ain't gonna tell y'all who her artist is because it's a surprise. She don't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just be ready because she got something planned for y'all. When it come down to the dance, her dances. She got some trail rides. They always got some. They sneak it. Them two together. They like. They got something. You never know, so y'all got to keep your eyes open in order to find out the surprise. You got to be in the building.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We work good together. And sometimes it scares because if I call her, she'd be like, I was just finna call. And it'd be I'm telling you, it'd be the exact same thing on our mind. But that's a good president and vice president.
Yeah.
Because I know how she thinks. And I like it like that you know, cause I know how she want this to go with the association. So I respect that. And she can trust me to know that she ain't gotta worry about, Liz did. No, she can just about tell you. No, Liz didn't do that.
That's what go hand in with me. You were talking about earlier today with the trail riding organizations. Within organizations, it's like everybody want to be a president. Everybody want to be a vice president. Everybody want to hold the title, but everybody don't hold up to what the title and can handle what the title brings.
And a lot comes with it.
I mean, I know
attitudes
for myself.
and all, you know, because you're gonna meet people with a whole lot of different attitudes. Even though this is a volunteer thing, it's like you volunteer to do stuff, but people still have attitudes. I mean, we're here to have fun. We do things. We go in the community. We have toy drives for kids. We give away bicycles. We have Easter or egg hunt. We have a trail ride for the kids. We do back to school. We do everything, but in order to do this, you got to have a commonality to come together and be able to focus and work on what you need to do.
And see, I like with the way you put that, because just think about this. Within the Black community and brown community, because we have a lot of Spanish people who trail ride too. If all of us, every trail ride group put what they got, what they would donate everything they have, it wouldn't be any child, any family, anybody having to want. Because I mean, like Louisiana and Texas, and I really do see this. A lot of people they're trying to stop, trail riding in Louisiana. So it's starting to birth, like kind of venture into like Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Houston. And if we don't, like, they're losing the trail ride culture over there because of they're not respecting the rides. They're not respecting the people in the neighborhoods within where they're riding. So now they have to come over here. That's going to have to come like to the Days Ranch in Beaumont. They have to go to Ford Arena in Beaumont. And then they're coming to Louisiana. And the same thing that's happening over there happens. If we don't get the structure that you and I were talking about.
And you gotta have structure to it. You do,
because just because you like horses, everybody don't like horses. And you ride down the road, the streets belongs to us all. People's driveways in front of their yard. Just because you like horses, everybody don't like horses. Some people pay a lot of money for to have their landscape.
That's right.
And they don't want the horses walking on that. And I can respect them. That's your property. But the things about it, when just like he said about in Louisiana, how they are getting away from it, they're stopping it because people are not respecting other people's property. You have to respect other people's property. There's no need to get mad because people come out and say, I don't want you in my yard. They pay for that.
Right.
So what we do, we ride in the street and keep it in the streets. We pay for the streets because we pay our taxes. We can ride in the streets all we want. And that, if we don't stick together, and keep it organized, decent, and in order, that's right, the same thing is going to be happening down here. Not only in Louisiana, it's going to tread right on down to Texas.
Yeah, because even in Dallas, they tried to find a place for them to, they wanted to build a place for them to just have trail rides. Even in Dallas, my brother Jonathan was telling me, he was like, man, they don't want us trail riding, period. They don't want us on the street. Because everybody, they got these walking horses, they moving fast, they don't want to stay in line. And then in Louisiana, I remember about 4 or 5 years back, a guy was riding his horse and a younger guy flew past him on a gated horse, and actually the horse tried to jump over the car but landed inside the car with the lady. And that goes hand in hand with listening to the trail balls.
Exactly.
Listening to what they got to say.
To the
scouts. If you don't listen to the scouts, then you basically doing what you want to do, and now
you're causing a problem.
You causing a stepping strut. Look at stepping strut in Opelousas, one of the biggest trail rides. And people had fun, but they didn't respect the city. Like the people didn't respect the city and the things that were going on. I understand, like here in Texas, Houston, I stand up, I commend you for how you control your rides. How you control your people in the rides, but everywhere they're gonna have mistakes. You're gonna have things that happen because you got me and Noonie and I were talking. You have a shift in the culture towards rap starting to get involved into our music.
Right.
And by being involved, you're starting to get different types of people into our culture.
Yeah.
So we must adapt
Exactly.
without being bothered. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Keep it family oriented, and that's what y'all do.
Exactly.
That's what I like. Like for instance, whenever I first started talking to Southwestern Association, I talked to Flowers, then I talked to Miss Cook. It was open arms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I told my trip out. By the way, we going with Southwestern Association. That's who going to the Hard Rock. Let y'all know the Southwestern Association. I didn't even know I was gonna wear a purple shirt that week.
And that's how Seattle's minds think. I just happened to stop by the cleaners to get Rosetta, and then he got a purple suit. Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shouts out, print by me. We love you, Flower Riders. If you want to get a shirt printed up and you want it done right, you need to go print by me.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go to print by me. I'm gonna bend over to the side so you can see it. It's 713-369-3160. Again, 713-369-3160. And I got my sponsor herself in the building with me, Miss Liz Cook. You know, hey, say, Miss Cook, I really love you. We appreciate you for what you do for Houston Zydeco Live. We sure
Love you. I'm telling you.
We love you.
Such an humble spirit, I'm telling you. But you know, when you meet people, you just kind of commit, you know. And out here in the Trail Ride Nation, I've met so many beautiful people, you know, from everywhere.
I like the fact that you and Ms. Rosetta, like when I first went to the meeting, like the way you sit down, you talk to me. But don't get it twisted, y'all. They watch me at the events. Like, I see them watching. Like, I don't see how you hold yourself and how you hold yourself accountable. But it's class. That's what I like about the association on me. It's class, the family values that they hold. And Mr. Flowers, how he called me, check on me, say it's not about just his sponsorship. He's like a big brother to me. Keep your head up, no matter how hard it get. I got your back. You know what I'm saying? Miss Liz, Miss Rosetta, she like I was on the ride. The only reason I'm being over, I was like my phone tripping. I can't go live on my phone. You was like, come. But that's what family is all about. That's what Trail Ride is about. And I'm steady learning. Like you gotta realize, you've been in the game since the 81, you say. And
we have had trail rides 3 and 4 miles long, but we still rode in order.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ride 2 to 3 people deep and still have just as much fun.
That's true.
But you just have to do it decent in order to keep it going. Because it's part of, and like we are part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, we're going to be there.
Yeah.
And I encourage all these different clubs that's coming up to join an association.
Right.
It's 4 different associations. And it's other ones we have, it's 8 altogether with the Houston Livestock Show.
Sure.
So join an association.
That gives you some identity.
Give you some identity, give you something, you know, and then they respect you. Your rights are sanctioned. You don't have to worry about going through a lot of problems because they know that you trail ride. And when everybody know that you trail ride, it helps you out.
Yeah. Right.
And belonging to an association, it gives you a structure because you know how to put the structure into your trail ride.
Exactly.
I need scouts, I need this, I check, see if I need permits and all.
Exactly.
Because we do that with the association.
One thing I noticed when I went to the meeting, I know you do a background check.
Right.
You know, and I like that. That's a big plus for me knowing that I have kids.
Right.
Like so that lets you know, like, you just can't come into, like, it's not an association you can just walk in and say, okay, this is what I want to be a part of, and they have no rules, because then there's no rules, there's no order.
That's right.
Another thing I liked about the Southwestern Association was the fact that it was like when you call your wagons out. Because most people were like, okay, this group here and this group here. He was like wagon this, wagon there, wagon there. And I'm like, I got confused. I was like, well, is it just wagons in this group? You know what I'm saying? But then when I started catching on, and I was like, okay, And it made me come, like once I left the meeting, I came back here and to my studio and I sat down and I said, okay, I've already found some structure, but now I need to prioritize Houston Zydeco Live a little bit more. So I took what I learned, what I seen from the meeting and prioritize it in my life to where I said, okay, now I'm going to make better, I can make a business decision because my father taught me that you should learn from everybody that you meet.
Yeah, you should.
Like you have 25, 35 plus years of knowledge that a lot of people on here don't even like. We won't even get a chance to even use all that knowledge, but you can help us for situations whenever. Because it's not about finances; it's about knowledge. You give a man a fish, he eat for a day.
Yes.
If you teach him to fish, he eat
forever.
Tell me this here, Miss Rosetta, like, what were you thinking the first time you got on that horse?
Well, the first time I really didn't ride that good, you know, because I was from the country and we just rode walking along. So, but every morning we used to get up. It was a game of us. We used to get up and go saddle up our horse and go ride. And then we learned how to ride. And then, you know, because anybody can just get up on a horse, then you don't walk. But in order to ride, there is techniques that you need to know, And you need to always check your horses. You need to know to check your horse when you get out because horses lose air to keep it from falling off. When it's hot, always check your horse girth to make sure that it's tight because it slides. That'll keep you from falling off. And believe me, if you fall, if somebody next to you, if they not a good rider, they not paying attention, the horse gonna shy away, there gonna be two people fall.
The reason I asked you that, because I know she said the first time she rode wagon, I had never seen this she rode horses, because on this big ride, those are things that you can implement for the to be safe for yourself and the safety of others. All the techniques and all the things she just said is things that you can use, and that they kind of require on that ride. Because I mean, this is a big ride. Like, Miss Cook, like, you gonna be there? And I was looking at her. I was like, Mama, I don't know. She was like looking at me like I was just like, I don't know, I was like, I don't know. But I know one thing. This church event, and it's the church event, but we got the dance. It's the annual dance, right? Coming up Saturday.
Oh, that's Southwest there, and each association has a kickoff dance, and we had ours on the 12th of
Southwest got us.
And then Southwest is this coming Saturday. It's over at Large 88, I think, over in the Heights. But you can reach out. I think they have a Facebook page, or you can reach out to any member of Southwest, and that's the association. And Alex Prince is the trail boss. And then we have February the 2nd is Northeastern, which is Anthony Bruno, and you can do the same thing with them. They have a Facebook page, and or you can reach out to any member of them, and they can tell you they're over off of Northwest side at the Catholic Church. Now I just drew a blank at the Catholic Church.
So is it anybody else that has an event? I know. The independent United Independent Riders, and Ricky D is the president of that, and theirs is the 9th of February, and it's over at St. Philip Mirror, over Martin Luther King. That's their kickoff dance also. Then we got, I know, for instance, we got Northeastern Association.
Yeah, that's Bruno.
That's Bruno. That's at the KC Hall.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. No, Northeast. Now that is That's one of the wagons with Alex Prince with Southwest, and that's the group that Jamie J's with. Yeah, and that's this Friday over at that's Casey Hall. That's right. Matter of fact, they got the boss of Zydeco there, Keith Frank. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, she's like the boss is out there.
Well, ain't that how they refer to it?
Yeah,
well, you know, I like Steph. I like Steph.
Yeah,
Steph, my boss.
That's what she say. That's what she say. She like, I said, what you want to come in? She say, you know, I'm old school. I want this.
I like Steph.
Okay.
I want Steph. I said, okay, I'm gonna put some Steph on. You know. She first started some this though.
Okay,
she you know how these artists right now. These artists like rappers.
Everybody is okay.
Everybody want to be.
They want the line.
Yeah. I know, like Miss Rosetta. We was on the DAR ride. Mm-hmm. It was something that I noticed, like they pull over for the break and everything. Mm-hmm. I noticed how y'all keep control of everybody, even like on the break, even during the ride, because it was like you noticed it was a lot of traffic, but nobody was out of place.
Right.
Nobody, like, what were the things that y'all implemented within the association for the wagons, such as BAR and all of the flower riders on their ride? Like, what are like some things that you could tell them to implement on their ride that would be just as much organized as DAR ride was?
Well, one thing that our groups do, because we know, and I feel confident when we use our association scouts. Mm-hmm. So they know how, they bring us down the street in February, so they know how to take care of a trail ride. They know when we at the lunch and how they pull us over. Then at all times, there's somebody there kind of watching. Say if they got all the way across the street and there was a car coming, you would notice probably a young man on a horse that would move them and bring the cars on through. So I would say that using your association scouts, they know what to do. You know, everybody can't scout.
Exactly, so it's basically like, okay, like that.
The scouts is the one that really, the scouts are the one that that keep everybody safe. That's right. If they hold the traffic to see that we pass through, they also, when we are on the ride, they keep you in line. And like when we stop, they still direct the traffic, because like when we're on the side and we have kids and stuff, so we always need scouts to watch out for those kids. And there's one thing I tell everybody: the scouts is the police of your ride. That's right. If you having a ride, you need to let everybody know. Always obey the scouts, because the scouts, they're looking out for you. They're holding the traffic for you. They're keeping the trail ride tight where people are laying. And they are good riders. They're ropers. Majority of them is ropers, and they've been riding for a long time. So they know how to do the traffic. And they also know, like, if your wagon run away. That's right. They have been out there for years, so they know how to rope the mules, catch the wagon. And believe me, in these 35, 40 years, I have seen some runaway wagons. I'm talking about with the horse and mule wagons. Runaways. I mean, like, because the horses are just like, when the mules are there, and like if they don't work, and that's one reason why we have wagon inspection, to make sure that everybody have a chance to work their mules and wagon before we actually go out on the ride, so as not to have accident of runaway mules, wagon breaking down, because different things, one accident will lead to another. Right. So if you make sure that your mules is in shape and your wagon is up to par, then you got that covered.
So do you have, not to cut you off, do y'all expect every horses out there on the ride? Like, I'm pretty sure it's a big ride like that. Some people come on the horses that might be on the right on whatever. Do y'all send them back, or do you send them back, tell them they can't ride in the ride, or it's pretty much like, okay, you make it, you don't, you don't?
Well, most of the horses go to the vet before they come, because all of them. With us, like if they out there and they like underweight. Yeah.
Cause it helps
You gotta require you. That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
You have to.
And
You
health
have to have
certificate.
that. Don't be trying to change no date on the cargo from last year, cause we smart on that. Okay? Yeah. Well, yeah. Each horse have to have that and the health certificate, right?
Each year.
Yes.
And that's why I was asking. I wasn't talking about like just the general riding, so I'm talking about everybody. That's
But
what
all the association
Yeah.
require that.
Yeah.
It's not just Southwestern.
Yeah.
All the association
All-
require
Mhm.
that your horse be carging and that they have the health certificate. Because you don't want your horse out there if something's wrong with them, because if one is sick, they all
put
drinking out
everybody
of the
at
same
risk. Yeah.
water
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
This on like when they're camping out. Tell me what's the best part of y'all camping out whenever you on the ride. Or you got something on the
This our schedule. If y'all could
Shoot it
just
out.
indulge me for a moment, I'll give you Southwestern's schedule for the week of the big ride, which starts Friday, February the 15th. We'll be in West Columbia. That's why we stay. We start out at Booker T's place. That Friday we have DJ T Red. On Saturday, February the 16th, we have DJ Mello, DJ Pooh, and J. Paul Jr. On Sunday, February the 17th, we're in Macbeth with none other than DJ Ricky D at the Jackson Place. On Monday, we're in June. We have DJ Jammin' J, and that's February the 18th. On February the 19th, which is Tuesday, we're in Fresno, and we have DJ Doc Rock and Candyman, and we'll be at Bellway Regulators Barn. On Wednesday, February the 20th, we're over at the Mexican Arena on the Anderson Road. We have DJ Texas Pride and Brian Jack. On Thursday, February the 21st, we're still at the Mexican Arena. We have DJ Fresh Black. And then on Friday, we've already went into Memorial Park, and we have DJ Papa C and DJ Magic Mike. And then on Saturday, we ask you all, everybody that's not participating in it, to come down. You can either start on a Memorial Drive, or you can go down and get on the route that we go downtown and come watch us in the parade. That's the climax of our week-long trail ride.
Yeah, it's this climate. Okay, yeah. We're looking for a good year this year, though. We just want everybody, when you come out, just come out with having a good time in mind, and just remember, safety is first.
That's true.
Because we've been everybody's safety. Put your safety first. So if nothing happened, no accidents, no falling, no mule kicking or anything. Oh, excuse me.
No mule kicking or anything.
Right.
And put a flag on your horse.
There you go.
If
Let them know.
if your
That's
horse
right.
kick,
Yeah.
you need to put a
Flag on.
red tag on their tail.
Yeah.
Reverse the hours on you know what I'm saying? If he kick the first time, fall, he gonna catch his head. Then you run a couple of string between his legs, he gonna think them hours that he won't kick.
Okay.
I don't keep giving no game like that. You young white trail riders don't know nothing about it. It's all about manipulating the horse mind.
That's it.
They used to always tell me when I was a kid, they like 9 times out of 10, it's the horse, it's the rider that's never the horse.
That's it.
A lot of people don't catch on to that. Thank you for the love I showed.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
So y'all come out and visit our campsites. This is what we're gonna do this year. Each year, one of the wagons is gonna have we're gonna give an award at the end to the Crunkets. Y'all do like the Crunkets party wagon and the Crunkets table at dances. So we're gonna do the Crunkets camp.
Every night.
We're gonna look at every night, and then the Crunkets campsite we're gonna give an award to.
The Crunkets
I mean, it's just come out. It's good food, good eating. I'm telling you, everybody cooks, and I mean, trying to get Jamie out there.
I'm on the spot in front of everybody. Look, see how she did when she put me on the spot in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, showing up and showing out. See how she do me? Yeah, Miss Treaty, she see how she do me? Miss Flowers, that's how they do me on here.
No,
She
ain't nothing but love for you.
She was smooth with it. She was like, yeah, so we gonna have
Put it right on in
we gonna have a Crocus campfire and Jamie, you gonna be there? Oh man, how she do me like that? How she do me like that?
Yeah.
Let's see. We got somebody saying something to you. You got Chris Gray say hello. Patrick say respect the rules in the trail ride game.
Yeah.
Cadillac Wilson say what's going on.
Hey.
Chris Gray. Jamie, how much they charge you for long sleeve trail riding shirts? You need to get with Print by Me. They'll let you know.
Yeah.
Chris Gray.
Yeah, basically what they do, you can go buy your shirt wherever. Make sure if you participating in the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Trail Ride, no commercial advertisement on it. Don't like those shirts that have Wrangler area. Just get your a plain shirt, and then whatever you want to put on there. If you're with groups, I'm sure your riding club, they want you to have their logo. But if you just going out, riding with them, basically whatever you want to put on there, just make sure that you don't have any commercial advertising on it.
Richard say, you said it, Rosetta Scott, or the police. Dixie Gala, Kimberly, Diana, Golly, hope to make it. I hope you make it too, Diana.
Yeah.
You need to be there with your boots on.
Yeah.
Brenda, how you doing? Mickey, thank you for joining Miss Richard. He say, he'll be there, believe me. Oh,
He talking about you.
Oh,
Okay, talking about you.
all right, see, there you go.
There you go, Richard. Make sure he there.
Yeah. We're sponsored by Print by Me, Sponsor Rider, with Flower Riders, and Liz Cook. See, you ganging up on me. That's why I had to do that so I catch my breath. Y'all ganging up on me. Big brother, you wrong for that. Look, I know I'm family. I thank you for being family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got y'all. I ain't gonna lie, like I told everybody, I love being a part of, like, for me coming to Houston, because like I said, I'm from Orange, Texas, a little city called Orange, Texas. And one of the first associations that I reached out to and really came back was Southwestern Association. And that was the first person I met was Mr. Flowers.
Right.
And then I met Miss Cook.
Yeah, because he called me and said, well, there's somebody I want you to meet. I go, okay. Everybody always want you to meet people, but I really appreciate it. I thank God for you crossing my path.
I thank God, y'all.
Yeah.
Between, like I say, my two sponsors, like between you and the Flowers, it's like so many other doors that have been opened my way. Like I went on and I talked to everybody. Like I had a personal talk with my audience. Told them, my struggle, where I come from. And I'm a firm believer, like, sometimes you gotta just, whenever you make a change in life, when it's for the good, God gonna always put people in your path.
That's
The
right.
right people.
That's right.
And the biggest thing I feel like for us is, like, it don't matter, trail riders, whatever, is trying to do things ourselves.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes, like I say, I might have made a lot of money in what I was doing, but at the end of the night, can you sleep right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a real cowboy, a real countryman, or real countryman got a conscience, like you say, like,
you're a husband, you're a dad, you're all of that. Yeah.
So you like, and I know me, like, okay, if I was that man at home and my wife was doing the things she was doing, but I won't let her be wasting my money like this, or with, you gotta think about it. But what made me sit back and come back to it was crazy because I came right back to Zydeco.
Right.
Like, when we was going to trail ride, it was that sensibility. You need to, this might be Frank.
It's not me. It's not you. It's the.
And he did. Jamie did that interview last week with DAR, I sit there and I listen to it. And when it was over with, I texted him. So when I did see him a couple of days later, I was like, I'm mad at you. He's like, why? It's like, I text you from my heart. And you didn't respond, but he told me he was having problems with it.
Yeah.
But you know
When you
what?
try to contact me, I'm a cool person. Like I broke my phone. So.
Yeah, and he told me that. But when I text him, I was like, you know how we go and do things? We have the vision, but nobody else. And I was like, after listening to that interview, I was like, Jamie, I can see your vision. I was like, stay at it. I mean, I say, I can see it, you know, and that is a good thing when somebody else can see your vision too. And I just assured him, I was like, I can see it. I mean, and you all should see, he has this, he puts the month up there from January 1st to January 31st. And it's full. So you are, I mean, this is the best thing. I mean, for a person to sit down and be able to talk about the event, I mean, and you can actually, I can talk to you about it. I mean, that to me is what I told him also, which y'all know the national holiday is in August. The first weekend in August. My trail ride. Yeah, it ain't a week long trail ride, but it's a 3-day I say, Jamie, now when we at a certain point, I don't want to be on there every week.
You know, I'm not worried. Look, you know, like, look, I tell him, you my sponsor, you Mr. Flowers my sponsor. I can't get enough for seeing it all. You know, with y'all, because like we was talking, you was like, I want to do it. I was like, no, don't get mad. We're gonna be arguing all night.
No. I was like, okay, so what if I just wanna do something? Well, I don't want you to be offended when I tell you that you can't do it.
Because she done so much for Houston Zydeco Live. Like her and Mr. Flowers has done so much for us. And like, man, the cameras, I appreciate the cameras, you know what I'm saying? The sponsorship.
See, that was a blessing to you. And he just had them. I mean, it's like, and then for him to bring them and give them to you.
So I'm like, that's like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like this. You know, if you got somebody who's been down, who's opened their arms to you from the beginning, like a lot of people don't understand, okay, we here now, but like 2-3 years later, we could be in a skyscraper, but me in a nice studio. That's my dream. My dream is to be like, Houston Zydeco Live could be just as big as our.
That's right.
That's my proud when I lay down. You know what I'm saying? Like a brand, I want a brand name with this, because the bigger it gets, but at the same time, God talk to him. He'd be like, now you know what come with this. You're gonna have trials and tribulations.
That's right.
But you gotta stay steadfast on the blueprint that you started from. You know, because it's a lot of people calling, a lot of people, they want to sponsor, but okay, I'm not finna, like, I want the people that, you know what I'm saying, God got for me, right. Sometimes all money ain't good enough.
Let him send them to you. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got enough sense to know good people, the right type of people. You know, and whenever you like dealing with my two sponsors, my favorite sponsors. You know, I can't get enough of saying sponsored by Liz Cook and Print by Me and Flower Riders. You know, because they show so much love. Look, I promise you, we had a good time. We was in VIP. They had like red carpet rolled out for us. My wife was like, "Oh, this is nice." I was like,
but you know what? I actually texted him. It might have been the next day, noon. I was like, you know what? That was actually my first time going. And I don't know why, maybe because he played at my event last year, and I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go out there too, and then he gave me some little perks in there, you know, which made me feel good, you know, and it was actually nice. And Step was there.
Miss Cook's
like, even better.
And I stress Step because I started trail riding around 1987. And like Lil Nate and Leon Shavers and all of them is the bomb now. Step was the man back then.
Step, I want to interview with you, Step. I want to interview with you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Step might be one of my surprises. Ain't no
Okay.
telling. I got to get with it.
Yeah.
Because it'd be a lot of old people at my event, so we might have to bring Step there.
Never know.
Y'all tell Step that, okay?
You got some thumbs going up. So I would say always keep God first and everything else will follow.
And that's definitely true.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
And you know what? Sitting here doing this interview and on the screen, out of all the little things, you see how many of those little red things been popping up?
Yeah.
And that's actually the heart. People's doing it, saying that they love it. So, I mean, we appreciate that. We really do. Yeah. And we love you all.
We sure do. We love y'all. I'm in park. I'm looking like I look good.
He already went together.
I don't know folks say, oh, you know, I don't know if I say, oh, gang, I say another gang again. He was like, no, man, it's a phrase. It's a phrase. I was like, I was like, Pop, I was like, say something about another gang again. Say it again. He was like, oh, that's what they be saying. I was like, shut up. I don't about no gang. All the gangs. He was like, that I don't. I'm not a point. They just say it's a way of saying, like, it's crunk or it's good.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, say something.
Oh, Jamie, you getting old. You're old. You're getting old.
Because I was like, I'm sitting there, sitting up there like, say something else about another thing, about take this belt out right. And he's like, no. No.
That's not what he did. Yeah.
I was like, that's a way of saying, because, you know, I am getting old. I can see I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? Like, a dude told me that, I mean, I had to tell our boy last night, he was like, yes, sir. I said, hold on, man. Don't call me no sir. I'm just 36 years old.
Let him do
It's
it.
good to be respected.
Okay.
Yeah, let them do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, out on the trail ride, see them. If they want to call you, and you know, I used to. One of the ladies in the club, and y'all know Corona Mama, everybody's uncle, everybody's mama, and whatever. I was like, no, I got my family on. And he said, but you know what? I changed my, and over the years, you'll change how you think about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to call me mama, you want to call me Amy, you want to call me whatever, you want to call me Miss Liz, call me that, because that show that you have much respect for me. So, yeah. I mean, whatever you want to call it, I'll let this guy, mama, that's what just like you, Jamie. He's been calling me mama ever since. I have no problem with that. I'm telling you, because that show that they have much respect for you. Yeah. So I love it. I changed how I thought about it. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Like she remind me, like, see Miss Rosetta, she kind of remind me of one of my aunts, you know what I'm saying? She one of my aunts, like, yo, I'm gonna tell you what I gotta say about it, and you gonna have to accept it.
Okay.
That's her.
I don't care what you say.
And that is her, I'm telling you.
You better not say nothing back either. Get your ass in that room and nothing. Don't say nothing else.
Everybody already know.
Yeah.
When Miss Cook, she like,
just the opposite. She got what you call
Okay,
let me tell you on the trail ride.
Very good. Okay. She sick me on, and I said, they gonna be all right.
On the trail ride.
Go ahead on the tail.
On the trail ride, we had some issues one year. It was real bad. They actually called us livestock. And the guy was all up in my face. So Rosetta was like, Liz, back up. She was ready for it. She said, Liz, I like to fight. Okay.
I can tell though.
Yeah, but I mean, he was very disrespectful. If it had been a man, he wouldn't have done that. But she did. She said, Liz, just back up. You know, we was trying to fix the situation. Oh yeah, but he was just, you know, we won't even go out of control.
She looked one day, we was like, she didn't know who I was. I think on the ride, I jumped on the wagon. And she gonna look up at me. She looked up at me like, I wish you would say something to me. I chopped up and talked to her. And then when I was like this, she was like, oh, hey, Jamie. She just switched it up real quick. Hey, Jamie.
But no,
I knew you were.
But that's just her. But like in the last meeting, we got to a certain point. She was trying to explain. She said, oh, let me get in this trail ride mode. It's a whole different person, okay? But she's a very sweet lady. I'm telling you, nothing I go to with her. I mean, we can talk stuff out. I mean, we've have grown a lot. I'm telling you. You took over what year?
2008.
She took over in 2008. She did that first year, most of the first year without me. And she's like, Liz, come on now, you got. She say, I'm like Obama. I need my people with me. When she took over the president, she brought her people in with her, which is, and I've been with a sister. I mean, we work good together.
Yeah.
I can tell. Like I said, I can tell even just from just on the ride whenever we was on the party wagon. I noticed. I noticed I look like because I'm a person that watch everything. Like even though I'm videoing, I watch. And when some like when some you'll see something that you like okay, I notice your face. I read faces and you like we need to fix that. You'll look at her.
Yeah, we can kind of what
this our move right here, but she loves you. This our move right here. She's like. That's our move.
You really watching me.
Yeah. But like my last, I like to learn from everybody.
Right.
So
sometimes you just have to be quiet and just
we
just
kind of and then we'll talk about it later.
It's a time and place for
and then she might say because she just don't respond. Just sometimes think about it, and then you might not even want to respond. Probably need to do something like this, so like that, whatever. But the basic, a good leader, you got to be a good follower.
That's
right.
That's the only way that you can lead.
You can't lead if you don't know how to
follow.
follow.
That's what you was talking about. Like we was talking, and this is something I want to state, and I want to state it with two legends in the trail ride game right here. Stop competing, man. Trail riding organization, man, y'all start competing with each other. Like, who got the biggest name or who got the biggest group? Because I know for a fact, it's some small groups. John Simeon is a small group, man, and hold one of the biggest trail rides in the Southeast division. You know what I mean? Fly Riders, not saying that because that's my sponsors, they do big events, and it's a family thing.
Right.
Okay? But in the trail riding right now, it's like, okay, who group the hottest? They're doing more bickering about a name instead of enjoying the culture of it. You understand what I'm saying? So like,
but basically, we embrace whoever. I mean, I can have just as good a time if I come to your trail ride and there was 6 people there.
Okay.
If I go over here and it's 6,000, I can. I mean, it's just a place. We went down to a trail ride in Centerville, the Pleasantville Riders. And from the time we got to the gate until the time we left, and they just treat us like royalty.
That's it.
That's to Ryan out with and family. So I think about 10, 11 of them in the group. And I mean, and every one of them, they came to Columbus, and that was my promise to them. We'll be there. And we went. We took the wagon back, killed my mules, but we took the wagon because it's hilly up there and they were out of shape. Okay. But we had a good time, and they did. They really took good care of us.
I love the traditional with the mule and wagon, that traditional one right there. How do you feel about the party wagons, and what do you feel like you correct on the party wagons, and what do you think that they can?
Well, the party wagon, they do have their place. This weekend on Monday was Martin Luther King parade. So I have a friend that he has a son. Y'all probably know Mr. Sally that ride with Lazy T. So his son Kevin is my heart. And whatever Kevin wants, I'll do. So Kevin is autism, So he took him and his friends. They participated in the Martin Luther King parade. So Kevin needed a party wagon. So I got mine here for Kevin. And then I told Kevin, all I need is a Kevin Special Power t-shirt, which if anybody's listening, Kevin, you haven't gotten it for me yet. But Sally and Delphine, which is mom and dad, say, Liz, I guess like he go in the closet, he looking for that t-shirt. You know what size I need and everything. But I sent my party wagon with him. So I mean, it was full. They had one of the dentists in my club. I had him. He works in the school system, so he brought kids too. They were able to participate in the Martin Luther King parade by using the party wagon. They had their signs and stuff like that on it. Then I went to T90. That was the place for the wagon and the mules, So I mean, they have their, and I mean, I know from having a party wagon and a wagon, I mean, you can't afford to have both of them. But if you belong to one of the four any association that's with the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, that is a requirement that you should have a wagon with mule, because that's the Western heritage part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And remember, when we are the reason we have the mule and wagon, we are portraying the old West, not the new. The new modern days is the party wagon, which is good because everybody and it holds a lot of people. And then we have a lot of kids out there that ride on the party wagon as well. But when we are riding, when we have the horse and mules, when we go on a big trail ride, we are portraying the old West because that was a way of transportation, and that's why we travel and we camp out each night, because if they was moving from one city to the other, they went so many miles and then they camped out. And if you look at any Western movie on TV, and I got the Western channel, I have the Western channel. Every night when they get in, when they camp out, if they had a hard day or a long ride or a short ride, when they get in the campsite, they eat and they have a party. They circle around, they get around the campfire, and they have a party.
That's a hint.
Music. So they have music, and they didn't have the drums and stuff, but they had the music and the guitars and stuff like that. So they always had music. They always party at night.
So now that's a hint to you all, that week-long trail ride. That's what happens every day. Okay.
Every day.
Every day we ride and then we have fun.
You're going to have some fun.
Yes.
And then you're going to ride and then you're going to go have some fun.
Okay, we're going to do that for 7 days.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was kind of tired from the last week.
He was talking about that. They did Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They couldn't make money.
Look, my cash was out of there. Look, they turned up for the flower. First of all, flower riders, we drunk responsibly. Yeah. And then they fed us, and when after we ate, them boys came, they was like, we finna go out. I was like, So they, next thing I know, I come back in here and I'm like thinking to myself, right, I'm gonna go to the studio, I'm gonna chill. I'm going to mess with the computer. They done fell asleep on the couch. I'm like, hey man, we gotta go, man. Come on, let's go.
That's after y'all had went to the camp out, right?
No, that was out the flowers, because we was,
from flowers you went to the camp out.
We did go
we went to the camp out.
Yeah, see, I remember going to the camp. See, that's
because you go to the dance, and after the dance, about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, then we went to the camp out.
Because all I remember is getting home, coming in here, you know what I'm saying, going to the computer. And I'm like, okay, boo-boo. And then I remember them falling asleep on the couch, and I'm like, man, we need to go. And I don't remember when I woke up, I know we went to DAO, we went back to the camp.
Right. Yeah, that's time for the party wagon.
So we did the party wagon, and then we had Newly Zydeco on Sunday.
And see how busy, that's how busy we be. And just think, for all of us that are still in the working world, you gotta put your work in there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, cause Sunday fell in there too. So hey, it's busy.
You gotta be in there. Don't think you're just gonna catch Creflo Dollar. You gotta go.
So you see, you gotta love it. Yeah, you gotta love it to do it.
Yeah, because I remember. I'm not gonna lie. It's like any real trail rider know. Like if you work a hard job, like you might be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then in Louisiana, where I'm from, closer to Louisiana, Beaumont, Port Arthur.
Right.
Kind of ride on Sundays, because the distance between Louisiana, but Louisiana party on Sundays. They have a dance after they ride. And we come home, we coming from Lacassine or, one of Opelousas, wherever we was coming from, we were tired on the highway. So when you get up, you think you slept 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. But you get up and go to work. I used to tell everybody, man, still kind of hungover, and I didn't drink. I was drinking cider. I'm just like full today. So I started thinking like, okay, man, I'm I'm gonna leave the trail ride early Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So you can so I can go to work.
Yeah.
Even though it ends at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you know, Jamie, that's another thing too. I changed the way I think about this because people have jobs, they have families, you have emergencies, you have deaths, you have other family activities and stuff like that. If you can't make my event, it's still much love between me and you. I do plan on having it the next year. So if you didn't make it this year, maybe you might not can make it the next year, because I mean, you don't know what comes up. So try not to get upset with people when they do come out. You know, to me, I mean, if I can't make it, say a prayer for them that the event goes well, safe, and everybody enjoy themselves.
Sometimes we even just calling up to say something, I can't make it.
That's right.
I can't make it. That make a person feel good.
Right.
Intend on trying to make it.
Yeah.
You like with trail riding with you and Miss Rosetta, take me back old school. Like I want to go back old school.
Well, see, Rosetta can take you to the old school. When I came out there, the first year I came, I had an RV. I gotta brush my teeth, gotta wash my face, I gotta do all that.
See, I don't know.
That's sleeping on the ground with your saddle as your pillow, and I just couldn't do that. I have slept in my vehicle though. I just slept in my vehicle.
On the floor.
No.
I sweep that horse trade live.
I know, I've seen that.
And some people make the
horse trailers look good. They clean them up, and
once you get there, the horse not going back in there.
That's right. Yeah, just go clean it out.
They have a rug to throw on the floor.
I gotta have everybody out there on trail ride. See, no, I'm a cold nature, so I gotta have a heater. I gotta have all that.
I think the worst is I had the worst point of trail ride for me when I was camping out was one day. We was at the Bill Pickett ride, and it was me. That's the time it was starting hard riders. Me and Dwayne, and I can't remember who else, but we was in there drunk. We was drunk after the dance, and I was having China horses in my dream. I was really having China horses in real life.
You thought you was dreaming.
I thought I was dreaming. So look, when I got up, I'll never forget Dwayne had me laughing because I hopped out the car. He's like, "Man, he over here tripping in front of all these people, man." The whole time he don't know I ain't drunk. Man, I'm really catching China horses because we didn't drink any water.
Right.
We had just been drinking all night.
Yeah.
You know, but we was in, we him out there, him Slim and we slept in the truck. And I don't know why I didn't get out. No, I think it rained. That's the only reason we was in the bed in the truck. Because me, I don't care. Like my wife, she liked the camp out. She was saying that the other day we need to take the kids on the camp out, like in the woods. Cause my son and I will go on my dad's property, and we always go camping. But like, what's some traditional, Miss Rosetta? Tell me some traditional like things that we can add in the trail ride again. Like, you think we could do a trail ride where they say, put it like, well, you want like traditional, like go straight old school. Like say you on this gonna let you know you're real old school trail riders. You tell them I want to go straight old school, no such and such. What things would you implement?
Well, that would be as long as I've been riding, they always had like campers and stuff and tents.
You got
you got down there. But you know, we used to have like the campers on the back of the truck and all like that.
Sure did.
And when we used to go to the trail rides, we would have like whatever club you go into, we would have the horses in the stock trail, and all of us was riding on the back of the pickup truck, sitting on top of the saddles. Because everybody was going with everybody didn't have rides, so everybody just got together. That's when we didn't have hardly no money or nothing like that. We really came together. Everybody put $2-3 in it. How much gas? For the big gas, about 99. You know, gas was like 99 cents and stuff like that. We still put that gas in there. We go all up in Spring, Tamara, all up in there. We would have all our saddles in the back of the truck. That's why we went on the ride. Ella say, "Get in there, inside." Rosetta. I said, "No, y'all get in there inside."
Yeah,
she said, where you gonna sit? I said, on the tailgate. We just going around the corner. She said,
and she
she
rode on the
really felt
tailgate.
so bad. I said, Elmer, come on. This was our way of traveling for so long. You know, riding on the tailgate means nothing to me. I hop in there in a minute, roll out, take that hand and put it in your lap and be
just
like,
sit there. Yeah.
I used
sweet.
to lay my head back on the south back there. I like to put my neck right there, right on the tree.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody be on there. Be 5 or 6 of us back there. We be on the back of the truck going to the tree ride, and not just round the corner. We went miles
Down the
on
street,
back
down
of
the road.
truck.
Yeah.
You remind me of the time we was going from one like past Lake Charles, and me and my cousins and
Y'all rode on the back?
we rode on the back of the truck. Look,
That's a nice little distance.
we was like, it was cold too. My papa was like, I remember I walked when I was spending the night. I say, Chance was like putting all kind of cover and stuff and back making a pack. I was like, man, it look cozy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know. It was like, we finna go like Charles. I remember we was freezing going on there. All 3 of us in the back of that truck. And then I have a fear of heights, y'all. My wife still mess with me to this day about it. Like if you drive across a bridge, you will notice I keep my eyes straight ahead.
Y'all went over the bridge on the back of the truck?
On the back of the truck.
That bridge in Lake Charles?
In Lake Charles.
Oh my.
That ain't nothing, because on the Port Arthur Bridge, when I was young, we played basketball going to Neyland. We was in the car with a little guy, and he had a standard.
Yeah, I bet
and it shut off on the way going up.
Oh, my Lord.
And that's why I tell her that to this day, that's why like I swear she'll mess with me. I'll be going, she'll be driving across. I used to like
and
pull
you look
over.
straight up.
I used to pull over and be like, hey, go ahead and drive. And then she'll be like, boy, quit playing with me. I'll be like, nah, man, go ahead and drive for real.
So she found out.
Because I was like, I don't like, I promise you'll see watching we going on a ride or something, let us go over the bridge, I'm gonna be just like this here the whole time.
I'm sure glad you told me.
I don't
we ain't finna let you drive us.
Look, I don't drive up, like I can drive over it, like if the wheel in my hand, then I'm good.
Well, yeah, you gonna have a wheel in your hand. What you talking about?
I'm just saying, with the wheel in my hand,
You don't want to be close to the rail.
I don't want to be close to the rail. You look with the wheel in my hand, I know I gotta get right. Like I got like lines of people.
Yeah, just go on and get off of that.
But if I'm on the side, I can be in the passenger side. I don't be just like this here. My wife like, boy, look over there and tell me what you see. I don't see nothing. Boy, look over there. It ain't nothing gonna happen to you. I'm driving. I don't want to look over there. Leave me alone. Then we start getting about this far down the bridge. I'll be like, yo, I can see.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah. That's how we used to get down, like you say, with everybody in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
I remember Mother St. Teresa's church going there, and they had a big tent. And this is whenever you had a lot of Creole people like really, really heavy into it. It's not like it is now. Like, you know, a lot of Creole people into trail riding in Zydeco, but you know, they kind of bitched away. You know, it's more of us, more African American people in it. And I didn't even know what they would say at the time. Like they'll be talking to us. And I remember a dude told me to go get his horse, and I was just looking at him, and he was like, "But I like thought all Creole people was real bright skinned, you know, to some of my family members. Like, nah, they just as dark as you." So that's why the man was talking to me in Creole.
Oh, he thought you.
And he was getting on my case because I didn't go get his stuff on like he said.
Okay. Oh, okay. You know what he said.
And I said, "Chino, what is he saying?" And Chance kind of knows his grandpa, you know, tell him. I'm like, Chance, I don't understand what he's saying. Man, I'm finna go. And she was like, they want us to go get the horse, man. But I had asked him, you know, can I ride your horse? So when he sent me to go get the horse, I was scared back then. I was scared to ride. I remember the horse leg was messed up or something. And he was like, why you walked it over here? Go walk it back over there and ride it back over here.
Okay.
And I was like, ride it back over there. Look at that horse leg. Man, you think I'm gonna ride that horse? I was really just scared. But that's how I got into it when I moved. I came to Houston with my grandfather, Spuddy. They put us on the pigs, their little horse, their little pony. I've been in love with horses ever since. It's been years and years ago. This has been one of the loudest podcasts I had, you know, period, hands down, except for Noonie and Miss Flower. Mr. Flowers. You know, everybody been a live podcast.
All right.
I got some old school game today.
All right.
Yes.
We got some exclusives on the word, on the big ride. Miss Rosetta done hit me, kick me, bump me about 50 times.
Okay.
She's like, look, she's like, whenever you going on a ride, she hit me like, look at her, she get me. Then Mr. Flowers here. No, but I enjoyed having y'all. Right.
We appreciate it.
And, you know, y'all forever welcome on you know, the Houston Zydeco Live podcast. My trail ride group, we glad to be with the Southwestern Association. Like, I look forward. I talked to some of my members. They ready to take off.
Yeah.
And, you know, we don't have no choice but to be like. Once I tell everybody, because like you said, calendar 4. But people don't realize, and I want to get this point across. If you come in for an exclusive interview with me, just like Miss Cook and Miss Rosetta, I got to be at your event live. That's a guarantee. So if you want me to come to your event, if I've done an interview with a person already, I can't make your event because I'm going live there because I'm a man of my word. But if that person want to let me go there for their show, then I'll try to step it up. For the most part, I'm dedicated to the viewers and the people who come in to be interviewed. That's who I'm dedicated to, the people who are supporting Houston Zydeco Live. You done heard from the boss.
Yeah.
Y'all look at me, she's like, Jane, I'm gonna slap you after this over with. You know I'm 19, I might be beat you. Mama Cook like, man, y'all better chill out there. You want to say some stuff going on?
No, we just looking forward to seeing you all. It's again February 15th through the 23rd. If you can't make it out on the trail ride, we ask that you come down and watch Southwestern Trail Riders of Houston as we come through downtown. Climax in that week of trail riding. I do home health care, and all of my patients already know, Liz, ain't time for a trail ride. Liz, ain't time for the trail ride. I'm telling y'all a little joke. I bought a new car. I told my patient, can't take off the whole week. I got to work. So do. I mean, you have to watch that. If you can't afford to go, then we understand you can't make it.
Yeah.
This Houston, well, I know this is going to be my first year going.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Also, you coming. All right. He said this is first year. Okay.
Did I just make a commitment and didn't even realize I did?
He didn't think I was going to catch it.
See, now I got both of them on. Look,
Okay.
I need some help, y'all. You see how they doing me?
Be
I know it's going to be live.
So, Richard, if he called talking about he ain't got no way out there, you know you got to come get him. You got somewhere for him to stay?
Look, you know I'm old school. If I bring the 10 out of there, I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, sometime, because you know sometimes that weather is horrible.
Okay.
We're going to pray for good weather, though.
Marcus
Yeah,
Alexandra, what's going on? Miss Cook. Let me get some of your followers in here. What's going on, Marcus? Say, man, don't be doing me like that on the live, Rich. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, big brother.
He said, you
Yo,
don't be there.
don't do me like that, man.
Yes, okay. Thanks, Richard. You got him there. So we ain't worried about it. He gonna be
Say,
out
y'all
there.
gotta stop doing me like that. Look, say, Demetri King.
Hey, Demetri. Let me tell you that first Saturday also, Southwestern Trail Riders of Houston, we're about the youth. We do scholarships. We do, just like Rosetta had touched on, we do, events for the kids. So that first Saturday, the whole day is dedicated to our youth. That trail ride, it's a circle ride there in West Columbia. And we encourage everyone to bring their youth out, let them ride their horses. Everything that we follow with the livestock show, they have to, the attire and everything, you have to follow too. Once they get back in, Then we do games and we provide food for them. So that day we set aside for our youth. So even if you can't make the trail ride, you know, it's 7 days. So some of the things that I did tell you about, if you can come down, bring the kids, come out, bring the kids. We'll have a big tent and they can be up under that, and they play games and all of that. So if you can, that's the first Saturday, which is going to be the 16th. Okay.
And also it's no charge for kids. That we never charge for kids to go to any of our events under 12 years old.
Right.
We never charge. So it'll be, and that helps them out because some people have their kids, their neighbors' kids that's always over to their house. So if they're under 12, we don't charge kids to come into none of our functions. Even on the big trail ride, when they go, whatever they need, we have the food for them after they get through doing the games. We have food for them. We have different activities for them. So, you know, feel free to bring your kids out. We really gonna have a good time, and it's good for the kids to get around other kids, you know.
Yeah,
we'll have a good time.
And the other thing also, if you are considering coming out, even if you're considering coming out to ride or whatever, whichever association, not saying that you have to ride with Southwestern, but if you're riding with Prairie View, Southwestern, Northeastern, or Southwest, please reach out to someone, because there are rules and regulations that you're gonna have to follow. So we don't want you to take off, rent a trailer, and come down there and you've done everything wrong. We want you to be abreast of and know everything, that rules and regulations that you should follow, how you can dress and all like that. So just simply reach out to anyone, and then if you tell them what association you ride with, they might be able to direct you to that association. Well, we both really follow the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, so most of our rules and regulations are the same.
Or contact me and I can call.
There you go.
You know, and help you out. Clay from Wanted Rider say, hey, a trail ride legend.
Yeah, he was there Saturday.
Yeah,
he was there Sunday.
We got
It's nice meeting you.
We got a picture together. Remember I was telling you earlier, me and Clay all started out around
You sure
the same
did.
time. And he been a guy, like even whenever my group, when I went through my trial and tribulation, he was just like, bro, keep your head up.
Right. Yeah, you would tell
him.
And that's what we also encourage, Rosetta and myself. I mean, when we are out there, I mean, come up to us just like you did, Clay. You came up to them and introduce yourself, and by chance we might never would have talked. Come up to us, let us know who you are. I mean, we might not have ever been to your event, but if you come up, then maybe we can. Okay, I'll tell you what because I am considering. This is a shout out to the Blessed Sisters Rider down there in Port Allen, Louisiana. I'm trying to go down there to that trail ride. I see it been traveling up here. So
yeah, they was up here the weekend.
They was at Flowers Dance.
Yeah,
Pam, is it Pam? No, Angelo Robinson. Yeah, so I kind of talked back and forth with her today. She kind of gave me some information. So I'm trying to go down there and take a couple of my people with me.
Yeah, we might have to go down there and go live with the live.
The schedule is busy, but I do try to make time for other people, you know. No, I love all of y'all.
Yeah. When I called, she picked up the phone. I remember one time when I first called her, I was like, she don't want to answer the phone. I had never talked to her yet. You know what I'm saying? That's when Richard was like, hey, she be busy. She work a lot. You know?
Y'all know how that is when you get them 800 numbers and 844 and 855 and 972 and all like that. Yeah, if it ain't no number I recognize, I'll answer.
You like that?
I can tell you, I take it, let me know.
This is whatever. And then the next time you call them, I am.
I got switched up on. I be like, hello. I ain't gonna speak to you. Hey, I ain't be calling my phone. Did you vote for Trump? Because I did. I think you need to go ahead and look, get the English out and put me in. Stick with your own kind. Don't call me. I'm you know how I sound and how I sound is what I look like. That means I got an excellent credit rating. So don't call my phone. I don't know you nothing. And yes, I am what I say. I like that very mellow about.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
I'm just joking.
But it's been we've enjoyed this. This
Oh man, we didn't went a minute. I love it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, good.
Okay.
Like like this the thing I tell anybody on the podcast when they come on.
Mm-hmm.
My job is for us to give the audience what they need to know, food for thought.
Right. Yeah.
And give out good vibes. A lot of people look at the show like we just a bunch of black
Right.
They don't understand really what trail riding is really about. And I've got a couple of messages in from different people about how they like what we're doing with Houston Zydeco Live.
And see, that's what I was telling you too. I was like, see, it's actually like we talking to them.
Right.
You know, yeah.
I mean, like I thank God for the blessing He put in front of me.
Yeah.
Like people He put around us. Houston Zydeco Live. I mean, look, what you need to do is get with us. Y'all already see Miss Cook, Liz Cook. You know what I'm saying? Southwest. So you got Flower Rise, you got Big Block, you got my own group, Loyal to the Heart. You got Between the Sheep Riders up here.
We gonna get you a purple one with that gold writing Southwest. We gonna get you out there.
Okay.
I'll be playing with that. I'll be in there like this.
Make sure you have a Southwest t-shirt.
It's gonna be Southwest. I'll be like this. I'll be like, yo, you see this here? It's an organization. Get together, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
This time you got me too cross, but I'm just happy, boy.
Yeah.
No,
But
but
thanks so much, Jay.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed you just maybe took us like back. Both of y'all took us back. And then you showed the audience how two people can work together.
Oh yes.
Like when you get like in order to have a good president, vice president, gotta be able to work with you, like gotta know what you know, you gotta come together, and that's two things that y'all doing. And I got myself in a predicament. I started going to that big ride. I think I'm talking about you.
Yes. You coming. Rich gonna make sure.
Oh yeah.
It was a blessing to have Miss Cook and Miss Rosetta on my auntie and my mama.
There you go.
Don't be trying to go lie to her at the trail ride either and tell her all kind of stuff that ain't true. Because you know how y'all be doing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be lying out there at that ride and stuff. Don't do that because you know she gonna come over here and she got a habit. You know she gonna be nice about it. You know, so Rosetta gonna be like, "What did I tell you? Get over here." And I'm be like, leave. But we enjoyed having you two on here. I like what you brought to the podcast. You know, you are always welcome on here. Anything that you feel like you want to get off about trail riding, it's a problem on the trail ride scene and you want to talk about it, come here. And this is another thing I want to state. If there's a trail riding organization out there that's not getting along, then why don't you come to the Houston Zydeco podcast and we're going to sit down like adults and come to a solution. Because at the end of the day, family bicker, but nothing should destroy a family. And this is just trail riders. No.
It's a family.
So I don't mind being the spokesman to sitting down and talking and bringing the groups together because you don't know why you two not getting along. You both could be putting each other on.
That's it.
You know, so. Hey, and I learned that from Miss Cook and Miss Rosetta, you know what I'm saying? I want to still fist, man. For real, you heard I was on my son on game. Oh, no, Daddy. But I enjoyed them. Remember, we always sponsor about Flower Riders and Liz Cook. Printed by me, 713-369-3160. Like Mike Jones say, 713-369-3160. You know what I'm saying? Get in touch with them. They do excellent shirts. They do excellent logos. You know, this example of that shirts right here. You look at that flower. Look how it just glitter. It look good, dog.
Yeah.
It look good. Hey, you gotta get with Print by Me and Flower Riders and Miss Cook. Say if you ain't at her ride, we gonna have a problem. I thank you, God, for everything you do for us from day to day. Thank you for Houston's Article Live. Thank you for the Southwestern Association coming through. And Lord, I just pray that they get home safely. You know, I want to always end my videos, I would give credit to the Most High. Had it not be for him, you know, where would we be? And we so I remember Saturday I got 3 musketeers out of a gas station with Solar Fest at 12 o'clock Saturday. You need to be here whenever we went at 12 o'clock Saturday. 3 musketeers. He gonna be telling you everything that's going down in Bass Station. You need to be here. Yeah, it's Solar Fest. If you're not here, then you out of place. And I also got Stephanie, a legendary buckwheat daughter, gonna be in here on the 30th. She gonna be giving us everything about Zydeco, from buckwheat, what she learned, Bojack, all the legends. Yeah. So you need to be here because it's just not about the groups. We trying to get the whole culture, the things that's starting to slip away that we starting to forget. You know, the people who paid who paid tribute to this here, you know, we gotta pay our homage. Hey, I love you, H-Town. Love you. Keep your head up, all the trail riders, much love. Like, share, subscribe. Go to YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram. Houston's Article Live Podcast. You can upload this video soon. It'll be downloaded. Miss Rosetta like bouncing because she ready for the dance. Mama cook like, hey, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down. And we out of here.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you. I love y'all so much.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we